This story originally appeared on The Athletic, the best place to read about football online. Visit theathletic.co.uk/Tifo Football for a 7-day free trial and 50% off an annual subscription. Erling Braut Haaland is the talk of European football. Salzburg may not have made it through the Champions League group stage, but their 19-year-old forward scored a remarkable 8 goals in 6 games, becoming a fixture in the daily gossip columns in the process. Now, the label Wonder Kid doesn't mean anything more than the obvious, a prodigiously talented young footballer set to make it big. But Wonder Kids tend to take a certain form. They are technically gifted but physically slight. Their contributions are promising but lack end product. They are individually impressive but lack tactical discipline. So all of this makes Haaland a very unusual wonder kid. There's no doubt that he offers great technical quality, but at just 19 and already 6 foot and 4 inches, he's already physically developed too. It's difficult to think of many attackers who've been so well-rounded in their teenage years. The final group game of this year's Champions League, in which RB Salzburg hosted Liverpool, was the biggest test of Haaland's career so far. Having only been a substitute for RB Salzburg's trip to Anfield in October, he still scored just 4 minutes after coming on. Here, Haaland started up front against the European champions and against Virgil van Dijk, officially the world's best defender, and also runner-up to Lionel Messi for the Ballon d'Or earlier this month. But Haaland wasn't daunted by that challenge. Within 10 seconds of the game starting, Salzburg had already sent him sprinting in behind Liverpool's centre-backs. Positioned between Dejan Lovren and Van Dijk, this early ball seemed perfect for Haaland to run onto. His first touch was decent enough, but Van Dijk's pace proved crucial. He nipped in ahead, shielded the ball from Haaland, and was able to clear the danger. Van Dijk had laid down a marker, but the youngster had already caused problems. It also demonstrated his most compelling attribute, his ability to put himself in space whenever possible. Haaland is most dangerous when he senses space in open play, in counter-attacking situations. Once he sees a gap, he charges into it. There was a further example after 20 minutes when he found himself down the same flank as strike partner hee-chan and immediately haired into the space inside. The pass was eventually slightly overhit and trickled through to goalkeeper Alisson. Lovren had got himself back into a deeper position, but no one was close to actually tracking the run. This was Haaland to a T, always bursting into the channels, and his relationship with Hwang, another outstanding talent, is excellent. Seconds later, with Takumi Minamino carrying the ball forward in an inside left position, there was a danger of both Salzburg strikers making the same run. Instead, Hwang changed direction, exploiting the channel nearest to the ball carrier, which gave Haaland space to attack the far post. Minamino slips in Hwang, but his scuffed pass was collected by Alisson, with Haaland waiting to pounce. Haaland was also very alert to the possibilities of exploiting space in behind Liverpool's fullbacks. In this sequence, with left-back Andreas Ulmer on the ball, Trent Alexander-Arnold moved up the pitch to close him down. Haaland immediately sensed the opportunity and drifted out towards the left. After receiving the pass, he played the ball inside and immediately moved into the space vacated by Alexander-Arnold on the outside of Lovren. Following some good interplay in midfield, Salzburg then got Minamino between the lines, ready to send a pass through to Haaland, breaking through with a classic out-to-in run. His shot forced a good save from the keeper. Haaland sometimes did something similar on the right. 8 minutes before half-time, he found space in behind Andy Robertson and brought the ball infield to play in a midfield runner. But he concentrated more on the inside left position, and his second good chance of the night also came from that zone. Again, finding space in behind Alexander-Arnold, and on the outside of Lovren, he received a long crossfield pass from Zlatko Junuzovic, the type of ball Alexander-Arnold himself loves to play. And after bringing the ball down, he found himself in a fine goal-scoring position, but hammered the ball into the side netting with his left foot. Now, it's also worth reiterating that while Haaland's game is largely about bursting into space, he's not a head-down, selfish centre-forward. Indeed, his link play throughout this game was good, and there were various examples of him bringing a teammate into the play. That was the case after 3 minutes, when he set up Jerome Onyena for a long-range drive, then did the same for Hwang shortly afterwards, before more good back-to-goal play shortly before the hour mark, when he fed Dominik Szoboszlai. Now, ultimately, Haaland couldn't find the net. Liverpool's defence stood firm, and he was substituted on 75 minutes with his side 2-0 down and heading out to the Champions League. But while the game ended in disappointment, this match reflected well upon both Salzburg and Haaland, and on the latter's ability to potentially thrive in the Premier League. Few strikers managed to get the better of Liverpool's defence, and Haaland acquitted himself much better than most. There's no surprise that all of England's biggest clubs are interested in him. He's such a good all-rounder with time to develop further that it's easy to imagine him fitting well almost anywhere. And it's also been a while since one of the Premier League's big boys have shelled out serious money for a genuine centre-forward, really not since Arsenal's signing of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang nearly 2 years ago. But the Norwegian will want regular football, and his current boss, Jesse Marsch, has previously suggested a move to Salzburg's sister club RB Leipzig might be best for his development. It's easy to imagine Haaland succeeding in the Premier League, but the Leeds-born son of Alf-Inge Haaland might not move directly to the country of his birth, with some speculating that he'll make a more modest step first before heading to a super club. The script for this video, written by Michael Cox, was originally featured on The Athletic, the best place to read about football online. Whether it's more tactical insight, dedicated local reporting about your team, or rich storytelling from around the world, you will find it all in one place. And there's plenty more Michael Cox analysis to read too. So, get a 7-day free trial by visiting theathletic.co.uk/Tifo Football and get 50% off if you sign up for an annual subscription. To support Tifo, support The Athletic. Thank you for watching.